Welcome to Subramani. So people have been asking me to make a video on how you can get cheated. I don't think there is any one particular method of how you can get cheated, but let me try to tell you some of the things which you can do to reduce the chances of you getting cheated. First, recognize that you can be cheated, right? Many people are very arrogant, saying I don't do this so I won't get cheated, I don't do this, I won't. For example, I know the CFO of a big group who takes his salary, puts it in his account, right? It gets credited to one particular account. From there, he physically transfers it by check to another bank account. From there, he does all his investment. His main bank account, where there is maximum money, is something for which he has not even taken net access. He does not want it. He says only my salary goes in, and for all my investments I transfer from that bank to another bank, and from there I do all the transactions, but my main salary is there, and from there I do nothing. It is only lying in my bank account. That's what he does. You have to choose what you want to do, but recognizing that you can get cheated is very important. Don't be arrogant. Don't think, oh, I'm a partner of a CA firm. I know partners of CA firms who have lost money in bank deposits. When I say bank deposits, I mean fixed deposits. They have lost money in being cheated in IPO pricing. They have lost money. So don't think that because you have a particular qualification or because you are in the markets, you can't lose money. I know, I heard of a person who is on the board of one NBFC. He kept his money in another NBFC and lost 50 lakhs, right? This is not a small amount of money for him, but he did it. He did not want to keep it because this was a very good reputation, good company. He wanted that extra 2% and he lost his whole principal, right? I mean, big chunk of his principal. So first of all, accept that you can. Second, accept that in the market outside, whether it is financial market or otherwise, each person there is an Olympic champion. They're all sitting there. They're much smarter than you and me and everybody, right? And they are waiting for an opportunity to con you. The minute they see you're vulnerable, it will be easy for them to con you. So whether it is you're having an affair and you've broken an affair and you're vulnerable, or you've lost somebody to death, or something like that has happened and you're extremely vulnerable, these people will be able to spot the vulnerability of your life at that stage, come and sympathize with you and take your money away. This is very, very true, especially for senior citizens, because when somebody goes and talks to them very politely, it could be a nephew, it could be a neighbor, it could be anybody, or it could be a great con salesman, right? So he spends time and he says, oh, your son is so useless, he does not come from US, etc., etc., gains your sympathy, and he or she can really take off a lot of your money. It may have happened in your family earlier, you may still not see the pattern, but it is very common to see these things happening. I wouldn't say too common, but yes, it is common. So when somebody comes and is very nice to you, it sounds very morbid, but you have to be suspicious as to why that person is being nice to you. I know it flies in the face because I'm asking you to be skeptical and scheming, etc. But believe me, if something is too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Why is this person being so nice to you is a question which is not wrong for you to ask, especially if you're a senior citizen and you have children. Keep telling the children what you're doing, what is happening, whether you should do financially well, not well. For example, my mother was getting a big check for sale of a flat, and when they asked her one more question, she said, this is my son's number, this is my daughter's number, speak to them. And then she calls me and says, why is somebody calling me at 7:30 in the evening after banking hours, right? And she's 85. So understand that you can be gullible, you can be simple, and people can con you. If you are in doubt, just deflect the call. After a particular stage of life, like for example, I don't need to entertain any sales call, right? Whether it is selling a holiday, whether it is selling a double your money in 30 minutes or double your money in 30 months, whatever. I don't need any of those schemes. I don't need health schemes, I don't need wealth schemes, I don't need education, tuition, nothing. I don't want to become a better person. I'm happy as to what I am. That is the time when you start saying no. So saying no is a very important thing. Just stay away. You don't need to do all those things, right? Easy money making opportunities are not so easy to find. If it is there, some professional would have moved in and taken it, right? This is a very simple theory. So understand, if somebody tells you this is fantastic, this is a great way to make money, here is the mumbo jumbo, stay away. That's the best thing you can do for your wealth, right? A lot of people will come and explain to you why this is high return but there is no risk, why you are getting 13% annual return in this fixed deposit versus 7% or 6% in a State Bank of India or HDFC Bank, right? They will have all the mumbo jumbo saying this time it is different, this is what is going to happen, and it may happen for another 2 years, right? So things which are wrong don't go wrong immediately, they go wrong after a long period of time. For example, if I told somebody don't keep money in this company as a fixed deposit, they come back after 2 years or something and say, you asked me to remove, so I removed, but nothing has gone wrong. Don't expect things to go wrong just because I think it will go wrong. Maybe it will not go wrong at all. Maybe it will go wrong after 2 years. Maybe it will go wrong after you are dead, right? So these things can happen. So remember that. There is nothing called high risk, high return and zero risk, or high return and low risk, right? It's a very small world out there. So if you are in doubt, ask the people involved, whether it is Bitcoin or whether it is F&O, whether whatever it is, ask the people involved, ask a lot more questions, and then you take a decision. Don't say, oh, this is Bitcoin, it can't work. Maybe it will work, I don't know. I don't have any Bitcoin exposure, but you never know what could happen. So don't think you know the future. Your past performance is going to be determined by your future behavior also, in the sense that if you have performed in a particular way in the past, it does not mean the future also your portfolio will behave like that. It depends on how you react to each of those things. How you reacted when you have 20 lakhs in assets could be very different from how you are reacting when you have 35 crores in investments, right? Don't assume that because it is a big brand it will be good, right? So whether it is Citibank or an HDFC or a Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan does not really matter. They are all too big. They are not really worried too much about reputational risk. So they will do certain things which may or may not suit you. So be careful about all these things. These are some of the ways you know that somebody is trying to approach you to con you, right? So knowing what you should not do is very important. Thank you.